Hey guys, red and black greetings. This is Flamengo. Welcome to the Paparazzo Rubro-Negro channel. If you're new here, please follow, like, and share on all platforms. On YouTube, subscribe, turn on notifications, and like the video. It's Otto. No, not Klama. Don't say that. I'm inviting you as we bring news here, man. Flamengo is still active in the market, and I'm noticing that Flamengo is on a chessboard with a lot of pieces there, right? Trying for a checkmate. Sometimes they get a check there, they escape and all that. Flamengo is competing for signings with some teams swooping in here and there, trying to sort things out. There are clubs that are upset, clubs that are getting into debt, all to try to reach a level close to Flamengo. They'll suffer later and may need to become a SAF, or maybe this is intentional, as BAP said. We get here, man, right off the bat, talking about the move Flamengo is trying to pull on Botafogo, right? And Botafogo itself is causing this. Why? I warned that SAF would cause problems. I warned that proper management was the way to go. Avoiding management and wanting to get into the issue of selling the club, turning it into a SAF. Easy money always belongs to someone and will eventually be collected. The company won't keep investing as much and the titles won't come. And then you start to suffer, and that's what's happening with Botafogo. So what now? Botafogo had already practically reached an agreement with the goalkeeper Andrew, who was already with Botafogo. He's in Portugal, at Gil Vicente. He's a great goalkeeper. Whoever signs him will do really well, whether it's Botafogo or Flamengo. Either one will be in a great position if they sign him, because he's an amazing goalkeeper. He's a standout in the Portuguese championship, with Gil Vicente's strong season largely due to goalkeeper Andrew. He would come here to compete for the position both at Botafogo and at Flamengo. Even though Rossi is a very good goalkeeper, but he would definitely compete for the position with Rossi. So Flamengo has firmly entered the fight with Botafogo to sign goalkeeper Andrew, who is in his last 6 months of contract with Gil Vicente. The information I got is that Flamengo is really working with many pieces on the board and that this is one of them. And there's another goalkeeper who I believe is Pedro Morisco, not Gabriel Brazão. Flamengo even took a photo. He posted it with a representative of Gabriel Brazão, who is changing agents and everything. To me, this just seems like a smokescreen. To me, the one he's really talking to is Pedro Mupra. There are two clear options, Pedro Morisco or Andrew, Gil Vicente's goalkeeper. Since his contract ends mid-year, he can sign a pre-contract now. Botafogo was working things out with him to bring him in later on. I'll explain it to you all, everything is here, but what I confirmed is that Flamengo is really going strong. Raiza has this information, and was there a big outlet that picked it up, even, how do we say, turned around, right? From an executive being contradicted, an outlet spreading fake news and being contradicted by the executive, and now the same outlet again. Taking yesterday, the day before, contradicting Raiza Simplicio, trying to make fun of Raiza. She was the one with the information. She brought the news that Felipe Luiz was with Boto watching Andrew's game. Man, they went and denied it. So it's really bad. You don't have any information. You want to say something, you deny what the other person said because you don't have the information. That's really bad, right, man? It's sad. So we have Flamengo confirmed, trying to close the deal with Andrew, and Flamengo is doing well. They're firm in the deal. There's a good chance they'll close it because Flamengo is trying to negotiate early with Gil Vicente. Andrew's arrival, before season's end, Flamengo would pay, and Botafogo would get Andrew for free with a pre-contract. Flamengo is in talks with Andrew, who can negotiate now since he has 6 months left on his contract. But Flamengo goes to Gil Vicente and says, we know his contract is ending, we'll pay you something, but we want him now, okay? Andrew had even reached an agreement with Botafogo. He wanted to return to the club that developed him and all that. Sources close to the goalkeeper report that Flamengo also came in strong. So there are a lot of people confirming, even offering better conditions than Botafogo, okay? And Raiza Simplicio mentioned that Botafogo is going through a moment of instability off the field. Financial problem. Transfer bank can't sign anyone. Look, if you're a goalkeeper, okay, you're a player. There's a club that offers you a pre-contract for 6 months from now, and there's another club that needs to sign a goalkeeper. Now, a club that's bigger in terms of titles, money, and fans is bigger than Botafogo. Botafogo is already the club that raised you. It's the club where you grew up and developed. Everything was already settled with you, but Botafogo is the team you love, which is rare in football. We know that's uncommon now, but it's where you were discovered. You get the transfer and then you have to keep your word with them and hold on until June 2026 without knowing if they'll be able to get the transfer or not. They need to settle with the club because they owe them. And the guys don't want to make a deal. At least so far, they haven't wanted to. They say there's a deal coming up soon, but so far, it'll take 2 days. 3 have already passed and nobody says anything else. And Botafogo still has the transfer bank. They can't sign anyone. Do you think, I'm going to ask you guys this question, I don't think so. Do you think the guy will want to wait until June? Or will he want to go to Flamengo? A big, high-paying club offering a better contract and ready to sign him now? Or does he wait until June, not knowing if the Botafogo transfer will go through, and he ends up losing and has nothing, no contract there, no contract here? You tell me. I say no, that he won't want to go just because of his heart. It's the team that discovered me. No, he'll want to be professional, which is what he is, right? So, the financial problems with bank, in the case that was handled by Fédération Internationale de Football Association, the punishment from Fédération Internationale de Football Association could end up working against Botafogo. It's up to Andrew's decision, all right? It's not Andrew. In earlier videos I said Andrew, but Raiza corrected me. It's Andrew. So that site said that Botafogo had finalized the signing, but they got the information wrong, right? They denied the others without any information. The Botafogo contract would last 3 years. Okay, and look, Raiza just posted a collab with me. Let's check it out. There's a collab here. It's from Raiza. Let me see. No, it's a collab she did here. Text, about Andrew. We talked here that Felipe and Boto did go. She wrote it like this with a big yes. Upset. She's right to be upset with this global portal. You have to say it, right? Upset because what they did to her was really unfair. It's about Andrew. We talked here that Felipe and Boto did go to observe Gil's goalkeeper Vicente. Last Monday, Flamengo heard from someone on the player's staff that nothing has been finalized or arranged with Botafogo. As Globo's portal said, there was nothing. The guys only did this to deny Raiza. Yeah, they got excited, right? Flamengo got excited since nothing was settled. Now she posted here to see what happens. So I really trust her information, especially because a source connected to the board confirmed that Flamengo is doing well in the deal with Andrew. Okay? And as I said, there are a lot of pieces on the board for several positions when it comes to signings, okay? I also want to mention here that Flamengo is keeping an eye on the market. Raiza Simples also confirmed during the Placar show Flamengo's interest. About Cauã Elias, whom we mentioned a few days ago, Mauro Cesar Pereira also brought up the interest in Cauã Elias. Flamengo is working on it. They're monitoring, right? In the market, he's a player who, in my opinion, isn't on the same level as Caio Jorge or Marcos Leonardo, but he would be a name to consider. Actually, Raiza said that Cauã Elias' name is ahead of Marcos Leonardo. That's Flamengo. Sources connected to Flamengo's management say that even though Vene Casagrande brought the information that Flamengo has Marcos Leonardo among their names, the radar showed he was being watched, but a Flamengo management source denies it. Okay. I still think he is. From the information I received, Marcos Leonardo is on the radar, and what I understood is that he's on the radar. Others are ahead since he's not the type Felipe wants. So, according to journalist Sebastian Schroer, Flamengo is interested in signing the forward Santino Andino. Okay, from Godoy Cruz, the player is 20 years old. He's young too. That's why he's not that well known to us here yet. Recently, he received inquiries from River Plate, Panathinaikos from Greece, and Bologna from Italy. He plays as a left winger, but he can also play as a left midfielder or second striker. According to Transfer Market, his market value is estimated at 5 million euros. And in this season, Santino Andino played, I'll call him Santino, of course, 72 matches, scored 11 goals, and provided 6 assists. He averages 70 minutes on the field per match played for Godoy Cruz. Okay, so Flamengo has another player on their radar. There are a lot of players on their radar. There's no way around it, right, guys? That's just how it is. Just to bring it up here, so Flamengo is, just to complete the information. Regarding the goalkeeper Andriu, according to the channel O Meu Mengão, Pablo Galdencio, the goalkeeper, is very close to signing with Flamengo. Yeah. Yeah, that's information from the channel O Meu Mengão. The goalkeeper is very close to signing with Flamengo. With the player, the understanding is that it's already a done deal. The impasse now involves Gil Vicente because Jose Boto wants the player to be available. He wants him to be available immediately, without waiting until the middle of the year. Okay, like I was saying here, so that's the guy. Mengão says that's it. The goalkeeper already has everything settled between him and Flamengo. What's left is the agreement with the club there for his release. So that information is already settled. It's about the departure of the midfielder Allen. There was that mess involving Casares at São Paulo and everything else. Yeah, so we know there's a serious problem in the São Paulo board. People might leave, directors and all, so we don't really know who will actually stay there. The deal was being handled with Allen. The information, according to journalist Alexander Vieira, actually confirms what we said, that Allen should go to São Paulo. We've discussed Allen leaving for São Paulo and Flamengo's interest in Marcos Antonio. While São Paulo wants to keep Marcos Antonio, Allen is likely leaving. He didn't make it at Flamengo, so Flamengo wants to negotiate. The defensive midfielder and São Paulo have agreed and expect to finalize the deal soon. Flamengo is working on aligning bank guarantees, São Paulo's bank guarantees, right? They don't want to fall into what happened with Inter and others like Corinthians itself. Installments and other contractual details. So installments, contractual details, bank guarantees. What's missing are these details, especially the bank guarantee, to protect themselves from any possible issues. So, Allen should transfer to São Paulo and Flamengo. So, by managing to make a sale, apparently a partial installment sale of Allen to São Paulo, they're recovering part of the amount they spent on the player. It's important for us to mention here as well, just to reassure, to bring the news to make Flamengo fans feel more at ease, yeah. Chelsea announced the signing of Leon Rossinior, contract until 2032, a 5-year deal. With this, Flamengo fans can breathe a little easier regarding Felipe Luiz. There was a chance he could sign with Chelsea with a maneuver. They could have put Ivan Palanco, who has the license, to work in Europe as the head coach and Felipe Luiz as the assistant, but in reality, he would be the coach, right? Chelsea, the Club World Cup champion, who lost to Flamengo, but they're still the champion. He was impressed with Felipe Luiz and put Felipe there, along with Rossinior, at the top of the list of coaches they considered suitable to be Chelsea's manager. And Felipe Luiz was there competing with Rossinior, and they hired Rossinior for a period of 5 years. Hope he does well there. Hope Simeone succeeds at Atletico de Madrid. But there will be other inquiries and everything else from European clubs. But at least in this sense here, with the 41-year-old coach Rossinior taking over after leaving Strasbourg, right? Taking over at Chelsea in place of Maresca, we feel more at ease, okay? Because Felipe, we know that he dreams of coaching a team in Europe. And we hope that he can stay at Flamengo for at least another year and a half until he can really take over a team without any maneuvering, right? You have to have 3 years with a first division team in South America or a national team, right? So I'm pretty calm about it now, right? Well, not really, right? But something else might come up. But God willing, Felipe will be able to fulfill his contract with Flamengo, or at least get close to finishing his contract for 2 more seasons, right? A season and a half. The important thing is that he still wins many titles with Mango. We had some artwork here from the Take Off That Beard collab with us, man. It turned out spectacular. Yeah. Flamengo long sleeve shirt, The new version of the Flamengo shirt in the long sleeve model. It's spectacular, huh? This shirt will be the talk of the town. I always thought Flamengo shirt with a collar was cool, you know? I've always liked shirts with collars. They look really awesome, right? I expect this jersey to be one of Flamengo's most beautiful releases. I also really like this one, you know? Woohoo. How's that? You take the name here. There's a name on the jersey here. Hold on, I just blanked out. Here it is, Black Diamonds. It's the jersey. Black Diamonds was released. It was really expensive, really cool. This jersey, this one is awesome, man. This jersey is spectacular. Well, guys, here's the thing. I have some information to share with you about the match between Bangu and Flamengo, which will be played at Bangu's home stadium. Yeah, at Moça Bonita. So it's confirmed by Angelo Furtado, our partner, always giving us exclusive news. So it's up to the club. It's going to happen on Wednesday, next Wednesday at 9:30 post Meridian, okay? The match was supposed to be in Volta Redonda, but now it's going to be next Wednesday, the 14th, right? Wait, today is Tuesday, right? So not this Wednesday, but the next Wednesday, the 14th at 9:30 post Meridian. The stadium locker rooms are under renovation, but they're expected to be ready by next Monday. Solved? Ticket sales start on Sunday the 11th, so there's always a lot of information for you. And to wrap things up here, Atlético Mineiro is interested in signing midfielder Vitor Hugo from Flamengo. He's the one who's played for several clubs, and yes, they're interested. He was at Santos, he was on loan to Santos, he's young, 21 years old, and has a contract with the São Paulo club until mid-2026. The loan does not have a purchase option. But Santos will have priority if Flamengo receives offers from other teams, and he could then be signed by Atlético Mineiro, who is showing interest. That's it. We'll be back later with another video or live here on the Paparazzo Rubro-Negro channel. I invite you to subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications by clicking the bell, and leave a cool like on the video. Red and black greetings from Flamengo, all right?